Welcome to the Interfere community. My name is Eric Evans, and I am a professional recovery coach. Today, I want to discuss with you how to deal with the addict in your family or in your life. So, if you are a loved one of an addict and alcoholic, I want you to know that you have a very significant role to play if you are going to help them in their recovery. And when I talk about help, I'm talking about real help. I'm not talking about just helping them out of their emergencies or the jams that they get themselves into. To me, that's not help. That just helps perpetuate the addiction, and they're not seeing a greater light. They're just getting out of the immediate jam that they're in. The type of help that I'm talking about will immediately make their lives more difficult. Now, I know in hearing that, you're probably thinking, Eric, how can I help the addict in my life by making their life difficult? And my response to that would be, by making their lives easier and more convenient, how much good has that done them? I know that it's a little bit twisted, and please bear with me because I want to walk you through this. It's very, very important that you understand what I'm saying and try to see if you can find yourself in the things that I'm sharing with you. I want you to know that addicts by nature, addicts in addiction by nature, are takers. They use people. They have to because that's how they survive. They're excellent at lying, stealing, and cheating. Knowing that, if they continue to behave irresponsibly and put themselves into situations that are detrimental to them, and you come along and steal the consequences of those choices by giving them a free out, by paying for things that they need, and just by alleviating the consequences, you're not helping them. What you are doing is making yourself feel better because one more time you are there to rescue them. I think that if you can get really, really honest with yourself, you wouldn't have too much of a difficulty understanding that that's more about you than it is about them. How do we know that? We run it through the truth test. How many times before have you bailed your addict out of an emergency? If it's more than 10, 20, 30 times, the next logical question you should ask yourself is, has it helped them or has it perpetuated a much larger problem and is actually getting bigger and bigger? If the answer is that it's perpetuated the problem, then you have to stop doing that. What's the problem with stopping that? You are going to have feelings of guilt come over you. And I believe it's because of that guilt that you continue to do what you do, especially since the evidence shows that it's not helping them, it's actually hurting them. Let me share with you something that I experienced a couple of days ago in my own life with my own family, because this is an issue that exists within my own family. Not my immediate family, but a little bit of an extended family. I got a phone call. It was another emergency situation involving some extended family. And I have had a history of helping this extended family, helping, getting them out of jams that I had nothing to do with getting them into. They have repeatedly had this type of thing happen. And I would say about 10 years ago, I stopped helping. I stopped helping them get out of their jams, and I let them live their lives, and I let them make their own decisions, make their own mistakes, as everyone has the privilege to do. But for that one moment when I got the phone call, all of those old feelings came rushing through. And I immediately felt like I had to step up and come to the rescue and bail these people out of what they themselves got themselves into. And I have to tell you, if it wasn't for my years of training and muscle memory, I would have acted on those feelings. Those feelings were so overwhelming and so real that even with all my experience, for a second, I forgot everything I knew. What I didn't forget was I don't have to do anything in this moment. I can just sit with this feeling and see what happens. Fortunately for me, I sat through the feelings for a few minutes, and then the training kicked in and the answers came to my mind. And the answer was, this is not my emergency. I didn't cause it. I'm not responsible for it, and I don't have to come up with the answer for it. These are two grown people who continuously make the same poor decisions and continue to get themselves into hot water, and it has nothing to do with me. And I was able to disconnect, step back, and go on with my life. But I got to tell you, I felt it. I felt the chill in my bones. I felt it in my heart, and my heartbeat actually was elevated, and I could feel my blood pressure elevating, and this anxiety, this physical reaction came over me. So I understand how you feel. I do. And again, if it wasn't for my years of training and commitment to the truth and how this works, I would have buckled like a lawn chair. So the service that we offer here at Interfere is coaching, so that people like you, when you're in that same condition, you have someone that you can call in an emergency and say, this is what I'm feeling. This is the emergency. I need a perspective. I need some clarity. That's what we offer for the family members of addicts and alcoholics. On top of that, we offer a weekly 45-minute call where we can recap the week, and I ask you to write things down during the week that happened so we can talk about them in our weekly session. But you also have access to the Interfere community whenever there's a jackpot that is bestowed upon you that is overwhelming for you and can't wait till your weekly call. That's when you're able to pick up the call and speak to me directly, and we are able to process those emotions and feelings so you don't make any poor decisions that will hurt you and the addict that you're trying to help. So please utilize this information. If you're in a place where you think you need the services, reach out. There's no obligation. We can talk and see if it's a good fit for you. Thank you.